it's Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We're at the MSP Expo, part of the IT Expo Tech Super Show 2026, February in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Terry Lewis is with us. He's with RoboShadow. Terry, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about the company. What do you guys do?
So we do vulnerability management, but we do it for MSPs, and we're kind of aimed to allow MSPs to make more money out of cybersecurity. So with the rise of cloud, all the margins are getting a bit smaller. Cybersecurity on top of that is an extra responsibility, causing problems for the top line and the bottom line of an MSP. We allowed MSPs to sell more cybersecurity services effectively.
That's fantastic. How do you do that precisely?
So we've got a product that you roll out ubiquitously. So the biggest problem with MSPs is quite often they'll have three sets of clients, whereas top set is, I've already had a cybersecurity incident, so they're easy to sell to. They're in the minority, unfortunately. Then you've got another set of not really bothered about cybersecurity, but their customers are bothered that they're bothered about cybersecurity, but unfortunately these are in the minority. The biggest customer base that an MSP has is, I'm not really bothered about cybersecurity, but if I get an incident, I'm going to forget everything we've ever said and blame you for it, basically, even though you've probably tried to sell me services before. So RoboShadow is rolled out ubiquitously. It's an internal and external vulnerability assessment platform, kind of like a pen test, but where MSPs will roll it out to all of their customers, they can say, look, here are your vulnerabilities, here are your problems, here is your report, and then the customer's got to do one of two things. They'll either sit on it, quite often they won't, or they'll say, right, how much is it going to be for you to update this stuff as a one-off, or how much is it going to be for an ongoing contract? So it just allows that more difficult conversation between an MSP and the customer around cybersecurity, which can be a little bit climate changey, to being, right, here are my problems, what do I need to do, what's the action?
Why do companies choose your solutions versus some of the competitors?
I think it's like the aggressive roadmap that we've got. There's a lot moving around in our space at the moment. There's a lot of changes, and we're sort of at the forefront of that. We're very cost effective, as I said, because it just allows the MSPs to look after their bottom and their top line, and we're sort of automating a lot of the workload. So cybersecurity creates a lot of mess and a lot of noise. We're effectively automating that out, so they don't need as many people to be able to execute the work for the end customer effectively.
Anything else we should know, website, etc.?
So the website's roboshadow.com, and anyone can join. Effectively, we have a full free tier, so you can get involved in the platform, not have to spend any money, real try before you buy type stuff.
Where's the company based?
Based out of London, but we're bigger in North America than anywhere else, and we're probably going to be moving to New York from an office perspective.
Okay, I was going to say, well, congratulations, because I know there's not a lot of tech innovation coming out of Europe, and there could be so much more, and it's good to see successful companies from there.
Yeah, absolutely. New York, probably just for the East Coast. We do a lot on the West Coast as well, but just for proximity back to Europe, we think New York's probably the best place for us to have an office. So that's probably going to happen at some point later in the year.
Congrats.
Great stuff. Thank you very much.